Welcome to another stream by Asterisk Cat Yodi, here to talk about veterinary stuff. As usual, my disclaimer, when I can remember to actually use it, is that your mileage may, of course, vary. Medical science is not as exact as we like to think it is. All the information that I'm going to be disclosing is based largely on my own education. Um, wow, I've had a glass of wine, just so you all know, and not a whole lot to eat today. But uh, that being said, where was I? Yes, this will all largely be based on my own education and experience. So if you have any questions or things that differ, of course, you can ask or potentially find yourself in a situation where you may need to ask your own veterinarian, which is totally fine and, in fact, encouraged because nobody will understand the needs of your pet any better than you and your veterinarian as a team. That being said, do be aware, I swear a lot. So I apologize for that ahead of time. That being said, I'm not going to be posting a charity specific today. I'm going to encourage everyone to find your local zoo and throw them a few bucks, even if it's a dollar. Seriously, every dollar helps. They are experiencing some pretty heavy hardship right now. What with the COVID-19 situation, um, a lot of them they have saved up for emergency situations and crises such as this. However, they have not anticipated something ongoing quite like this. So help your zoo out. Don't care if it's a local zoo in terms of just like a handful of animals in your own community, or if it's a big metropolitan zoo. Just go help them out. They need every dollar they can get to keep their animals in good shape and fed and getting the attention and care that they need. Um, I do support zoos that do good work, ethical work in particular, especially places like the San Diego Zoo, the Portland Zoo, a number of other zoos that do conservation work, preservation, and reintroduction of animals into the wild. So, with that being all said, at this point, our topic today is going to be dental care. Yay! And this is the part where I actually do that. So now you can actually follow along with what I'm doing. Where am I? Here. Yes. So, for those of you who have only recently joined us, I'm in the Forlorn Ruins trying to figure out what's going on with the element of wind. Um, and as you can see, all of Gumo's compatriots have all perished. It's very sad. So, let's see. Ow. Okay, don't touch the fire. All right, that's a good idea. Don't touch the fire. Well, that's going to be useful. Ah, don't break it. I'm okay. Now that I have a cool doodad, yay! So now I can actually start talking because it's actually really hard for me to multitask, which sounds really silly. So, dental care. A lot of people don't think that animals require a whole lot of dental care. That's, of course, absolutely false. Please take care of your animal's teeth. I didn't mean to do that, but cool. The reason I say this is because we went for years and years and years just feeding our animals and not really thinking much of it beyond that. We didn't really think, oh, well, they need teeth brushing or they need dental cleanings. But think about it. If you went months and months without brushing your teeth, it would get pretty gross in there, don't you think? And that's true of animals as well, including pets. Cats and dogs are, of course, not exceptions to this by any stretch. In fact, they tend to have even worse mouths. Most of the time, you hear of dentition. Ow! Okay, that really sucked. Pardon me, there's going to be another plot point here. I'm going to have to save it again after this so that I don't have to keep on going through dialogue multiple times. But you most of the time hear about animals needing tooth care in terms of horses because you'll hear about things like teeth floating. And that's basically a dental cleaning for horses. Now, we don't exactly clean the teeth, though we do get material out if there is any in there, because they don't exactly have the mobile tongues that humans do to be able to pick out the stuff in their teeth. But they do require their teeth to be floated, which is a gentle way of saying they need to be filed down. The reason for that is because horses grind, and considering the fact that they grind their teeth together in order to process the very fibrous plant material that they eat, they might wear them down to pointy bits, and that's not good. You don't really want pointy teeth in a horse's mouth. So we have to go in there every once in a while, gently anesthetize them, and actually, honest to goodness, file them down. We don't fully sedate them for it, because generally speaking, with appropriate sedation, we can usually accomplish it. You don't really need to do a whole lot more. This is not the case with dogs and cats. Dogs and cats require full-on sedation and anesthesia. So if you ever ask why it is that dog and cat dental cleanings are so expensive, look no further than the anesthesia machine, because that shit is really... ow, 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 don't walk more into it. This is backwards. Okay, so I'm pushing right on the controller there, and I'm pushing left here. This is really challenging. But yeah, it's expensive to knock an animal all the way out, because there's a lot that can go wrong, and so you have to have a trained anesthesiologist technician. Not all technicians... Well, okay, correction. Not all veterinary assistants know how to work anesthesia. Technicians, by nature, we've been trained in it in order to pass our licensure. So that is true. So a technician has to do it, which means it can't just be somebody who's learned how to use basic information for animal care in the veterinary office. It has to be somebody who's been trained to do it. And on top of that, you've got a little extra doctor's care, because they have to basically preside over everything and make sure that nothing goes horribly, horribly wrong. Because, ow, fuck, that's not what I want to do. Shit. Because, you know, that's somebody's pet on the table, and we really don't want to... Son of a bitch. We don't want to jeopardize that patient's health. That would rather defeat the point of putting them under anesthesia in the first place. We don't like putting animals under anesthesia unless we have to. So, how does that look for dogs and cats? Since most of you probably do not have horses, but those of you who do, generally speaking, you probably are already prepared for the fact that that a veterinarian has to come out and float your horse's teeth. But in case you're not, you're aware, it's kind of expensive, because, again, sedating a horse takes a fair bit of medication. With dogs and cats, because these are the ones that I typically work with, and therefore I have a little bit more experience with. Generally speaking, dogs and cats can range anywhere between $300 and $700 for a routine cleaning. Now, why the giant disparity, you might ask, considering the fact that that was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to save it. There. Why the giant disparity in range of estimate? It entirely depends on the health of the patient's teeth, honestly. Because if you've got a dog or cat that comes in with fairly normal teeth, they're young, they're healthy, and yes, the younger they are, typically speaking, the less likely they are to have horrendous, horrible tooth disease. Could take me maybe 10 minutes to clean. If it's a big dog, it might take me a little bit more, because big dogs' heads are heavy, especially when they're, you know, ow, shit, when they're anesthetized. So I actually really don't like doing dental cleanings on, like, Labradors, because their heads weigh a ton. Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. Awesome, I'm not dead. But yeah, it could take me a very short period of time to actually get that tooth cleaning done, in which case it's, you know, it's done. It's over. We're all good. And then it doesn't cost as much. But when it comes to animals that have more advanced periodontal disease, say it's like a 10-year-old Schnauzer or something, then we got problems. If he's never come in for a dental cleaning before, his teeth are going to be covered in dental calculus. He's going to be just a mess, and I'm going to have to chisel some of that dental calculus off before I can actually get to the scaling part of things. Now, to give you an idea of what all this means, because it's a little bit Greek to some, there are two kinds of buildup on teeth. People think of dental buildup. There's one kind of dental buildup, and I'm dead. I'm not dead. There's two kinds. One is dental plaque. Now, plaque forms within about 24 hours of material and shit being on your teeth, and it's typically speaking just, ow. I'm missing something here. I'm not sure what I'm missing, but I'm missing something. Huh. How do I... Because that breaks there. Ah, no, don't go that way. Shit. Crap. So plaque forms on the teeth after about 24 hours of having foodstuffs, sugars, etc. on the surface of the tooth. What this means is that if you're not brushing your teeth twice a day, you're probably developing some pretty heavy plaque. Now, if you brush your teeth twice a day, plaque doesn't really have a chance to develop into what is called dental calculus. Now, dental calculus is actual calcification and, honest to goodness, crazy ass, hardcore calcified bacterial structures. It's just not getting up there. Okay, maybe I'll come back to it. And ow. That, unfortunately, cannot be brushed off. Plaque you can brush off, which is why it's important to brush your teeth twice a day. Calculus, once it's on there, you kind of need to scrape it off. And now you can do that with a hand tool. We used to do that back in the day before we had ultrasonic cleaners. But generally speaking, I would recommend actually having an ultrasonic cleaner do it, because otherwise it's going to take for bloody ever. Your veterinarian, your own dental hygienist almost certainly uses an ultrasonic cleaner. It's that high-pitched thing that sprays water all over your face while you're getting your teeth picked at. And what that does is it vibrates at such a high frequency that it breaks up the calculus and makes it impossible for it to hold its structure. Which is good, because that's what we want. We want it to fall off. Nope, that was not it. So you have to have a dental cleaning in order to actually go on to... That's not it. How do I do this thing? Oh, I should jump off of there. That was silliness. So that's why your own dentist will be like, oh, you should come in for a dental cleaning. And you're like, but why? Even though I've been brushing my teeth and, oh, that was stupid. And doing all the things I should be doing and so on and so forth. You've been practicing good hygiene. If that's the case, you wouldn't need a dental cleaning. However, some plaque will turn into calculus no matter what. That's not your fault. It just is what it is. So... What? Nobody told me there are spikes there. Same thing goes with your dogs and cats. Now, something tells me that you're probably not brushing your cat's teeth or your dog's teeth twice a day. This isn't a commentary on your ability... Ow, son of a bitch. On your ability as a pet owner. It's just not something that we typically do. Again, dental care in animals is still a fairly new... not new science, per se. But definitely a new concept. So if you're not brushing your dog's or cat's teeth twice a day or whatever, that's not a failing on your part. That's just you being a pet owner that doesn't know how to brush your cat's teeth twice a day. So when you have that much calcium buildup on their teeth, we need to have them come in for an actual dental cleaning. So what we do is, because it's a full-on anesthesia protocol, they're going absolutely under anesthesia. They are not going to be awake for that whatsoever. God damn, I am dying all over the place. This is terrible. Didn't I have a thing where I could, like, save on my save point and get more health? No? This is just going to be hard mode. Cool. So we have them come in. First thing is first, you have to not feed them breakfast. We want nothing in their stomach whatsoever when they come in for an anesthetic procedure. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. It sucks. I know. God damn it. This is really bad. I'm sorry, everybody. This is going to turn into a comedic review here. So, let's see if I come over here and I jump and I don't die. Cool. I didn't die. Oh, hey, I did a thing. Neat. And I can't save because I have no more doohickeys. So the animal comes in, having not had any food in its stomach. It can have water. In fact, it probably should have water. We don't want the animal being dehydrated when they go under anesthesia either, which I'll get to in a minute. Son of a bitch! Forgot to save it, but I can't save it right now because... Oh, this is ass. This is so much ass. No, wait, I wanted to not go that way. And this goes for dogs or cats, by the way, in case I didn't make that clear. So they come in, and they chill out with us while we potentially run blood work. We recommend running blood work because if the animal has an underlying issue, like its liver is compromised or its kidneys are compromised, and we don't know, this is one of the reasons that builds on that whole how to take care of your aging pet thing that I said last week. If we don't run annual blood work on a regular basis, then we may not know that your dog has a liver problem or a kidney problem. So this is how we find out, is by running pre-anesthetic blood work. Now, if your animal is subclinical and generally pretty healthy and you're on a budget, then yeah, okay, you can skip the blood work. Some places will not allow you to skip the blood work, just to warn you ahead of time. Son of a monkey's ass. I'm just not doing well today. So we generally wait until the blood work comes back before we put them under anesthesia because we don't want to cause any problems while they're under anesthesia, as you might guess, because that makes it easier on us. And then from there, we give them a pre-sedative. Oh, son of a bitch. I should have seen that coming. The pre-sedative does not knock them all the way out. It just makes them sleepy. And then we actually give them the anesthesia after about a half hour of them cooking with that little cocktail on board. And then we can actually get to work. We put an ET tube down their throat. In case anybody was wondering what an ET tube, that's an endotracheal tube. Everybody talking about the coronavirus and the situation with needing to be intubated. That's what that stands for. ET is intubation. It's an endotracheal tube. Son of a bitch. So we do that, and that allows our machine to breathe for the animal and make sure that they're getting adequate gas and oxygen so that they don't have any problems while they're under anesthesia. So now we're under anesthesia. Now what? Now is when we get to work. And this is the hard and yet fun part of the whole procedure. And that's making sure that the animal is cleaned. First thing we do is we assess the mouth, because we can't really get a dog or a cat to say, ah. It's really hard. One of the reasons that we encourage people to play with their puppy or kitten's mouth when they're little is so that we can... Son of a bitch. Is so that we can actually do evaluations without having to knock them all the way out, so that we can see what we're getting into. Because if we have some idea, we might be able to give you a better estimate. Once the animal is under anesthesia, we can manipulate their face, open their mouth, and really get a good view of the larynx and the trachea and everything else, and just be like, okay, what are we in for? And that will tell us whether or not we need to do, say, dental x-rays and that sort of thing. So we take a look, we evaluate, we chart. So if you've ever heard, why did I just run off? I just ran off the cliff there. That was brilliant. Sorry, everybody. This is really boring right now, apparently, because I'm going to be doing this over and over again. So when we chart, we look for things like, oh, how receded are the gums? Oh, how inflamed are they? Oh, do you have missing teeth? And if we can figure all that stuff out, then cool. That'll give us an opportunity to I forgot I even had that thing. That'll give us an opportunity to know whether or not we even need to like pull teeth and stuff like that. So we chart the teeth, we count them, we make sure that this one is not extraneous and this one is not missing and this one is not falling apart at the seams, because sometimes I have gone into a mouth and it's like, oh, everything looks normal, and then you go to actually clean it and the tooth moves. And that's just not good, because that means that the root is compromised. So we chart, we poke around there with a little probe, and we say, okay, what's going on? What do we got here? And then once we've kind of gotten a good evaluation, then we start to clean. The cleaning itself is the most fun part, in my opinion, but I really like making things clean, so that may just be me. We scale all the teeth. Even if they look clean, we'll scale them anyway to make sure if there is any residual plaque that we get rid of it. Why am I not making that jump? I swear I'm... Son of a bitch. So... That's like I'm just intentionally killing myself now. So once we got a good idea and gotten everything cleaned, then the fun stuff really begins, because cleaning is fun for me. Not everybody likes it. They find it tedious. You have to get behind every surface. You have to get in between the teeth, which is a real pain in the butt. This is how I can tell when somebody is using a good reference for their free artwork as to whether or not they actually have the carnasials in the right location and how crowded they are and so forth. Fun fact, if you notice on pugs and other small breeds that have smushed faces, or even large breeds that have smushed faces, they have the same number of teeth. They don't suddenly not have teeth. God damn, I hate this reverse control bullshit. They don't suddenly not have the same number of teeth just because they have a smaller mouth or a smush face mouth. So if you've got a Chihuahua with a teeny tiny little muzzle, or you've got a pug with a smushed snout, they have the same number of teeth in their head as a Rottweiler. So think about what that might mean for a minute. You generally speaking will have animals with crowded teeth, with teeth that are sideways, rotated. You'll have animals with teeth that are literally sitting on top of each other and just... Oh, I was so close. And just being, compromising each other. If you have teeth that are crowded, they will compromise the tooth roots of their neighboring teeth. So you don't want to have crowded teeth. So sometimes if they are not falling apart at the seams, we'll recommend removing them even if they're a little bit compromised, just to give that other tooth next to it a chance to survive. So that's why pugs, brachycephalic breeds, and small dogs like Chihuahuas tend to have much higher vet bills for dental cleanings, because you have to do so much more in order to actually keep their teeth clean. It's not a lack of husbandry. It's not the lack of you taking care of them. It's just they have little mouths and they have a lot of teeth. And if you're not brushing their teeth every day, they're just gonna trap a whole bunch of stuff in them and they're just gonna have problems. That's not anybody's fault. So do be aware of that and try to cut yourself some slack, but also prepare yourself for the fact that your vet bill may be pretty large. Animals that are particularly prone to bad mouths, other than the brachycephalic breeds and the itty-bitty ones, to name some breeds specifically, Chihuahuas, of course, are one, but you've also got Schnauzers. People wouldn't expect Schnauzers to have terrible mouths, but Schnauzer mouth is a thing. Additionally, let's see, Scottish Terriers. Terriers in general, for whatever reason, have terrible teeth, usually. Pit Bulls don't. German Shepherds usually don't. Oh, god damn these reverse controls. I hate this shit. But Dachshunds do. Dachshunds have shitty little mouths. And the number of times I've seen Dachshunds running around with their tongue sticking out because of the fact that they have no teeth holding in their little mouth, their tongue, is pretty high. I've seen full harvests, and by that I mean full mouth harvests, where we pull every single tooth out of the mouth in Schnauzers, Dachshunds, Chihuahuas. It's pretty bad. So those breeds in general are prone to dental disease. Once we get everything all scaled, the doctor will usually go in and remove any problematic teeth. That's the doctor's job. We can, but most technicians are not comfortable doing it unless it's a particularly wobbly tooth. I myself have actually pulled a couple of teeth. They were very wobbly teeth. But for big ones, like those big molars that everybody thinks of when you see a dog that's snarling, those big side carnasials, those chewing teeth, those things need to be sectioned because they have 3 roots, and so you have to drill them into pieces in order to actually get them all the way out. There's a lot of elbow grease that is involved in that, and I've known a lot of doctors with arthritis who absolutely hate pulling carnasial teeth simply by virtue of the fact that come on. By virtue of the fact that it means that they are going to have to yank on this tooth for a half an hour. And sometimes it does take that long. So that's why it can get more and more expensive. And extractions can cost more. If they need to do x-rays to make sure that they have taken all the tooth root out, that costs more. So it's a very wide sort of situation. So, say you're taking in your cat to get their first dental cleaning. Those are the things that you need to prepare for. They will probably ask you if you want to have IV fluids while the animal is under anesthesia. I do recommend that, just like I recommend having blood work done beforehand, because it keeps them hydrated and it keeps them their blood pressure up. You don't want your animal to suddenly have a drop in blood pressure when they're in the middle of God damn, I am just having the hardest fucking time on this. When they're in the middle of being in an anesthetic procedure. That's one of the things we monitor usually is blood pressure. So I always recommend it for any anesthetic procedure. IV fluids, pre-anesthetic blood work. Those are usually my top 2 things in terms of like try to budget for that. Let's see. Can your animal chew if they have no teeth? If your animal ends up with a full mouth extraction due to health reasons, generally speaking, they can still eat hard food. I know that sounds really, really bizarre, but stick with me. A lot of animals don't actually chew. They'll actually just swallow their food whole. So if you've got a cat that just scarfs their food down, or you've got a dog that just gulps, chances are you won't even necessarily... Ow. Hey, I lived. You won't even necessarily need to have a change in their diet. Now, is it nice? Sure, it's nice to give them soft food, but it's not necessary. So again, if you're on a budget, you need to stick to hard food, or you're on a particular diet and they need to stick to hard food, that's totally fine. Some animals are a little bit more picky about it. I get it. That's fine. The most important thing is for them to eat. So if they suddenly decide they're not doing hard food anymore with no teeth, cut them some slack. They should be all right on that one. But if they don't want to, make sure that they're just eating at the very least. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. So I'm getting over there. And it's like, I need to drop that, and oh, Jesus Christ, do not that. Do not dash. Okay. What I did there was the wrong thing. So, what can you do to prevent having to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars at your local veterinarian's office on dental cleanings? Well, first of all, do dental cleanings. If you do them more frequently, you will find that you don't have to spend as much per visit, because you will find that taking care of them as a maintenance is much better than all of a sudden having to do a whole bunch of rescue work in terms of their teeth. And it's kind of like taking care of your car. If you take care of your car in such a fashion that you get its oil changed and so on and so forth on the regular, and you, I don't know, oh, son of a bitch, and you take it in for tune-ups, and you do all these other things, and you make sure that it's operating within its best parameters, then when something does go, that's likely the only thing to have gone. So the first step is, of course, to have at least like annual cleanings. It doesn't have to be every 6 months, it's just an annual cleaning. If you've got an animal that has particularly bad teeth and particularly bad situations, like you've got, say, a pug, then yeah, maybe 6 months. But again, consult your veterinarian. Your mileage may vary. Oh, son of a bitch. I really don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I do not. It's like, I wonder if maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking it? Might be overthinking it. Let me see if I can... Nope. Guess I'm not overthinking it. No, I can't walk over this. It's really stupid. So anyhow, routine dental cleanings will prevent the need for, like, drastic measures when they come in for dental cleanings. If you do them once a year, then you will find that their teeth are much healthier, their breath is less bad, they're less likely to need extensive dental work because their teeth will be healthier overall. It's just a general good idea to do maintenance dental cleanings. The second thing is to brush their teeth, and that sounds really silly, but you can do it. Some animals will not let you do it. I get it. Some animals are just persnickety little farts like that. There. Got it. Oh my god, that took forever. I'm saving it. Look at me saving. That was me saving it because I didn't want to die and have to do all that a fuck over again. I'm a terrible saver, in case anybody is new joining me here. So if you can brush your animal's teeth and they just let you, awesome. Some animals are more persnickety, but I'll get to that in a minute. Use a pet-safe toothbrush and toothpaste. Do not use Crest. Do not use Colgate. That's just not good for them. And while you think you're doing a good job, most animals don't like the flavor of mint in the first place. So it's just use the tuna fish or the chicken flavored or beef flavored or whatever it is that they sell. I personally use an ocean fish one because the cats seem to appreciate that. Second thing is using that brush. Oh my god. And why? Using that brush, be gentle. Animals, generally speaking, have not been raised with having their teeth brushed, so their gums can be a little bit more sensitive, and you may actually cause more damage by brushing too hard. You've probably heard the phrase from your own dental team to brush smarter, not harder, because you don't want to brush all your gums away. And that is a true thing, because gingival recession will lead to the teeth becoming compromised and just falling out of your head. I've literally seen that, where it's like, oh, hey, I can just poke my stylus all the way through the two roots that are now exposed and have it come out on the other side. It's not awesome, so brush gently. Third thing when you're brushing your pet's teeth, go for the outsides more than the insides if you can. And by that I mean you've got the side that you can see with when they smile at you. And that's great. That's the side that tends to collect the most goo. Oh, thank God. Now I can see. Oh my God, that took forever. I'm really sorry, everybody who's been putting up with me dealing with this nonsense over and over and over and over and over again. I do appreciate your patience with me while I'm not even drunk. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should have another glass of wine. Anyway, so, fall to my death. So now you've got a toothbrush, and there's the little brushes that are actually on sticks, and there's the oh Jesus, don't jump off that way. And then there's the brushes that are on your finger. They're finger brushes. Yay! I can finally fully heal and not have a horrible time of it. Those finger brushes can work really well on small mouths. I don't necessarily recommend them for, like, say, your German Shepherd friend or your pit bull friend, because you're going to be there all day with your finger all the way in his face, and he's probably not going to like that terribly much. So that being the case... Ow, you fucker. Ow! Son of a... Alright, Frogman, it's on. So... find what works best for you in that regard. Find the toothpaste that they enjoy better, as long as they're both pet safe. And you should have a modicum of success. If you have a puppy, start them early. Because if you start them early, you will find that it is easier to do when they become adults. Oh, fucker, I couldn't dodge that for some reason. Kill the beast. There. You know what? I should save it. I should save it right here. There. Okay. So I don't have to do that again. Oh no, there's zappy things. Why do there have to be zappy things? I fucking hate zappy things. Am I missing a part? No, I can't get there yet. So... oh shit. Saw that coming. So that's basically it. You do not floss your animal's teeth. Or rather, I don't recommend trying to floss your animal's teeth. I suppose you can try, but I would not recommend it. Fuck. The main reason for that is because getting them to hold still is going to be nigh impossible. 2, you don't want them accidentally ingesting the string. And 3, getting in between those teeth is a challenge, and if the thing breaks and you end up with more in the tooth or in between the teeth than you started with, it's just going to be a problem for both of you. So don't worry about ow, fuck, ow, fuck. Don't worry about flossing your animal's teeth. That's not necessary. You may, however, notice that your dog, particularly if they have sort of an in-between medium coat or even a long coat, you may find that... oh, come on. You may find that they will get they will get hair stuck in between their teeth, those little incisors in the front, those front teeth, because they will chew on themselves to scratch an itch or eat a flea or whatever it is that they want to do. Son of a bitch. Nah, I knew that was going to not work. And when they do that, their hair may get stuck in their mouth. If you can, every once in a while, and this should happen when you're brushing their teeth, ideally, if you can check those front teeth and make sure that they don't have hair wedged in them, that would be just swell. God damn it. I did it perfectly the first time, and I can't do it again afterwards. It's a really good thing I'm not trying to do this on, like, only die once mode. I would never make it on this game on die only once mode. Let's be honest. Shit! Crap! Oh! Curse you, Froggy! So, in that regard, dental care for your pet is generally pretty easy. In terms of things like dental diets, there are some dental diets out there. They tend to be a little bit harder, crunchier, and have enzymes in them potentially to help break down plaque before it becomes calculus. So that is an option. Some are better than others. I'm not going to go through an entire list of brands right now because that would take for fucking ever. I will say that greenies are good for teeth, but they're also high in calories. So if you've got an animal that is overweight, perhaps try a different method. Or do just like 1 or 2 at a time, if you can. Hey, I did it all right. Now let's see if I can actually kill this motherfucker. Ha ha! I got him. Save, so I don't have to do that shit again. Oh, are you kidding me? I've got to thread the needle on this? Fuck. Alright. Whee! Oh, that's not intimidating at all. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't... Yeah, I can't save it in an unsafe zone. Gee, that's... Yeah, this is pretty unsafe, alright. How the fuck? Okay. Geronimo! Yep. Could've told you that was gonna happen. Let's see. Greenies are good. There are enzymatic dental chews out there that are basically like rawhide, but not. What am I... Oh, fucking... Okay, seriously, I'd like to stand on my own feet here. There we are. How am I supposed to... Oh, you're kidding me. It's gotta be... Okay. Alright. This is a really tricky little situation here, apparently. Whee! Quick! Ori, what are you doing? Right, it's not up or down, it's left or right. Phew! Oh, now I can save. Okay, whatever, anyway. Ow. Ow. Bastard. Bitch. Crack. Crack is apparently a swear word. So yes. Let's see. Bully sticks. Bully sticks don't do anything for teeth. They do, however, add a lot of calories. Just to warn you ahead of time. Can I break this thing? Yes! Fantastic. Woo! Save it, and then I'll do something in here. What shall I do? More rapidly. Ability markers. That's kind of nice. Charge dash. Let's get the ability cells up there so I can actually see what I'm doing. Not that it matters, because I seem to die anyway, regardless of what I'm doing. Ah, shit. Crap. Fuck. God damn it. Let's see. There are some products out there in terms of things that will help you have your dog's teeth brushed while they chew. I cannot speak to the level of that use. I don't know how well they work. I couldn't even begin to tell you. But it looks promising, and it honestly looks like it should work, so maybe give it a try. Tell me. Let me know how it goes. Medically speaking, the complications that can happen from having crappy teeth isn't just discomfort, but you can also end up with some pretty bad organ issues. If you let a diseased mouth continue for too long, you can actually end up with damage to the liver, to the kidneys, to the heart, and to the lungs. Ooh, plot point. Oh no, no. Kumo, don't go inside. He's gonna see all of his friends are dead. Put this in that. Oh, that's a handy trick. Oh, Gumo, I'm so sorry. Such a sad story. Let's see. Dental care. I forgot the last thing I was talking about. Power myself up here and save. And okay. Quick. Oh, not that quick. Okay, and then do the thing that does the stuff. Oh god, it's chasing me. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions, I guess? Oh, that evaporated me. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, what can happen if you don't have good dental care? So yeah, there's a lot of bacteria in the mouth, as you might have noticed. And if that bacteria has a chance to grow, fester, and propagate in the mouth, there's also a lot of blood vessels in the mouth. And, I mean, all it takes is those blood vessels letting some of that bacteria in. And then all of a sudden now you've got... don't burn me alive. And now all of a sudden now you've got bacteria in your bloodstream and bacteria going into your heart, and I just got evaporated. Fuck, I gotta do that again. Be nice if I could save right there, but no. Let's not make sense. And yeah, and then it gets pumped everywhere in the body, and anywhere that's trying to filter it, i.e. kidneys and liver and any other place where blood is important to be, it's going to start causing damage because that bacteria is going to start creating all kinds of fun little toxins that are going to nest in there. One of the most important things to note about bacteria is it's not the bacteria generally itself that causes the problems. It's the toxicity. They create toxins. For example, if you've ever heard of something called toxic shock syndrome in women from wearing a tampon too long, it's not the bacteria growing in there that's causing the problem. It's literally the toxin that is, basically bacteria shit, as my husband points out. Which is exactly what it is. And it's gross, and it does awful things to you, and it's horrible. And you don't want that in your system, and you especially don't want that anywhere in your organs that are meant to not have to withstand that sort of stuff. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Shit. Fuck. Ass. This is harder than I remember it ever being before. This is my... Okay, so this is about as frustrating as I remember. Okay, cool. It's not just that I'm a terrible, weak player, which may also be true. So, yeah, it's been suggested by studies. Science never actually proves anything. Please don't ever let me say that phrase out loud, because it's not actually true. Science never proves a goddamn thing. It can heavily suggest, and it can point towards consistencies in certain terms of, say, laws like, oh, hey, this is a law of physics that... Your statistician take on it is what? That's true. That's actually a really good way to put it. 99.9999 is not 100. There's always that outlier. And as I have said before in my disclaimers, medical science is not as exact as we like to pretend it is. And there are a lot of outliers in our science in particular. So there is no proven, there is no this is how it is all the time. But strongly suggested, strongly supported. Come on, Ori. There. Whew. what goes up that way? I think that's the, like, exit. Shit, I wanted to go to the other side. Fuck. Can I save here then? Yay! I don't have to do that again. So, yes. It has been suggested that regular dental cleanings can actually improve your animal's lifespan up to 2 years. Which may not seem like a lot, but when you take the average lifespan of most dogs or cats to be about, I don't know, 15. I mean, 2 years is a lot. So, if you love your animal, try to take care of their teeth. You will find that it does amazing things for them. Side benefits include, but are not limited to... Yay, I found a life cell. I need those. Side effects include, but are not limited to, better breath. So if you are frequently woken up by your cat's oh my god breath in the middle of the morning, take heart. There is a cure for that. Your dog's breath also. We've already talked about the fact that it will help increase their lifespan, which means you get to have your best friend around for longer. It also generally improves their health, which means you don't have to pay for as many vet visits in that regard. So, I mean, there's all kinds of benefits. Okay, seriously, how am I supposed to, like, get past that part without dying horribly? Okay, apparently not like that. That's about all I have. I really like talking about dental cleanings because I think people don't do them enough. And it would really drastically improve a lot of things. Ow, bastard. Yes, my husband does remind me that it also improves, at the end of the day, your pet's comfort and well-being. Nobody wants to run around with a garbage mouth, and that includes your pet, honestly. I've seen a lot of animals come in, the owner doesn't know why the animal is not eating, and it's because they had a tooth abscess, or something equally horrible and nasty. And, that could be avoided if you kept the teeth clean and you kept them nice and healthy. But again, this is not something that we have normally talked about. Why did that go through the rock? That's what I want to know. This is not something that we... Again, it just did it again. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to skip right over that rock. Fuck that rock. That rock is stupid. Don't like that rock. Okay, apparently I have to land on a rock. How about this rock? No rock lobsters in my games, please. No! Oh, that was close. So, yeah, that's dental care in a nutshell. Do it. It's good for your pet. It's good for you. If you take care of their teeth, it's actually good for your budget as well. And this is the part where I have to run a gauntlet through this thing, and God only knows if I'm actually going to be able to do it. Plot point! Gumo's right below me. Is this gonna fuck him up? Alright, see if I can beat this thing in 6 minutes. We're almost at time. But why did you do that? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. No, no, I did not want that. No, I did not want that. Could you, like, actually help me, little thing that blows things at me? That was really rude. Okay, there's got to be, like, a way to avoid the spray bits. No, there isn't. There's just no way to avoid that. Hey, you, blow that up. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh, it's temporary. I thought it just, like... Shit. Fuck. Come on. Go up. Oh, shit, snacks. Oh, dear God. I did chase it. Shit snacks. There's some serious shit snacks going on right here. Oh, God. There's no floor. There's no floor. I am, what? No. Ow. That came out of the floor. That was, oh, Jesus. Is that going to fall on me? That's going to fall on me. Don't fall on me, bro. No. No. Son of a bitch. There it is. Told you it was going to fall on me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Get out of there. I lived. Uh-oh. Crow's nest. There's an egg here. This story makes me cry, just in case anybody was wondering. You remember how at the beginning of the story, she grabbed us and ran us inside when this happened? I'd be angry too. Uh-oh. Oh no. Well, we're at time. We'll have to do the Great Escape next time. At least, I think the game is already saved. Oh, thank God. I was like, at least I hope so. So, this is where we're going to leave it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, and I hope I live. Catch you next time. As always, I'll be posting this on YouTube. Feel free to make any comments or suggestions that you like for the next one. And pay attention to Twitter. I will be posting a poll for the next thing. Don't forget to donate to your nearest zoo. Again, they need help right now, even if it's $1. Every dollar counts. If you can throw a $5, even a 10, just help them out. Find your local zoo. You can use Google. You can use whatever. Other than that, have an awesome night. Everybody stay safe. Wash your hands. Socially distance. Wear a mask. And I'll see you next time.